No one warns you about this growing up. They tell you to be kind, to be patient, to be understanding, but they don't tell you that the world rewards strength, not sympathy. The moment you hesitate, the moment you appear weak, life doesn't slow down for you. It speeds up and runs you over. Did you know this? Across the world today, millions of men wake up every morning already exhausted, not from physical labor, but from emotional pressure, silent expectations, and constant comparison. Studies consistently show rising levels of depression, anxiety, and burnout, especially among young men. Yet society tells them to man up and keep moving. Here's the brutal truth no one wants to say out loud. The world does not care about your feelings. It cares about what you can produce, what you can endure, and how useful you are when pressure hits. And if you don't build yourself into a man of value, mentally, emotionally, and socially, society will squeeze you, drain you, use you, and discard you without apology. This video is not here to comfort you. It's here to wake you up. When most people hear the word strength, they think of muscles, dominance, or aggression. But real strength is deeper than that. Real strength is the ability to stay calm when life is chaotic, the discipline to do what's hard when no one is watching, the emotional control to not self-destruct when things go wrong, the mental clarity to think long-term instead of reacting short-term. The Stoics understood this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Real strength isn't loud. It doesn't beg for validation, and it doesn't crumble under pressure. And without it, you become vulnerable to exploitation. Here's how society works, whether we like it or not. If you lack boundaries, people will cross them. If you lack purpose, people will assign you one, usually serving their needs. If you lack emotional strength, life will break you repeatedly. The world rewards resilience, not excuses, competence, not complaints, self-control, not emotional chaos. When you don't develop these traits, you become the employee who's overworked and underpaid, the friend who's always giving but never respected, the man who's available but never valued, and slowly, without realizing it, you burn out. You start feeling used, invisible, replaceable. Not because you're worthless, but because you never built yourself into someone the world must respect. Look at the modern workplace. Hardworking people without boundaries are praised, right up until they collapse. Then they're replaced without ceremony. Look at social media. People trade their attention, energy, and self-worth for likes, validation, and empty approval, while platforms profit from their insecurity. Look at relationships. Men who lack emotional strength often become overgivers, approval seekers, people afraid to walk away. And what happens? They attract people who take, not people who build. The Stoics warned us about this. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Meaning, stop chasing approval, start building character. Because the moment you rely on the world to validate you, you hand over your power. Let me tell you a story. There was a man, ordinary, quiet, hardworking. He said yes to everything, worked late, helped everyone, never complained, and slowly life crushed him. His job took his time. People took his kindness. Stress took his health. One day he realized something painful. No one was coming to save him, so he changed. He started waking up earlier, training his body, training his mind, learning discipline, learning restraint, learning when to say no. He stopped explaining himself, stopped begging for understanding, stopped chasing validation, and something shifted. People treated him differently, not because he became cruel, but because he became grounded. That's real strength, not domination, not ego, but inner stability. The truth of the matter is, the world doesn't care about your feelings, but you should. Because when you develop real strength, you stop being easy to manipulate, you stop being disposable, you stop being drained. Strength gives you leverage. Discipline gives you freedom. Self-mastery gives you peace. As the Stoics believed, The man who conquers himself cannot be conquered by the world. If this message hit you, comment below. Where have you felt used, drained, or undervalued in your life? And make sure you watch my next video, where I break down practical strategies to build real strength, discipline, and self-mastery in a weak world. Because comfort is temporary, strength lasts forever.